Good afternoon. Welcome to Let's Talk TCI Real Estate. Please let me know where you're listening in from. It's a pleasure to be in your homes. Another Thursday afternoon. It's rainy, but it's still a very good day. So, thank you again, like I say, for joining. Please call or tag someone and let them know that the show is live today. So a big thank you to the representatives from the planning department who appeared on the show during the last session. They gave an update on the new development plan and announced the implementation of the plan. If you did not have an opportunity to view, please visit my Facebook page, of course, which is Vernica Delancey that you're watching now, or my YouTube channel, which is Vernica Delancey. My Facebook page is Real Estate with Vernica Delancey, and my YouTube channel is Vernica Delancey, and watch the replay. Also, visit the planning department website for a copy of the new development plan. I've had the opportunity to view this document among the many new implementations. I think that you would find interesting the new definitions that they have included about different things. So for example, on zonings. For example, the document spells out what does medium density means and how many units can be built, etc. So for anyone who's looking to build, you can get a better understanding of what can be built on your land. So today the focus is going to be on the market report. Those of you who are interested in buying or selling, I believe that staying on top of the market trends is very important as it enables you to know the right time to make your move. But before I dive into the statistics, I would wish to make a disclaimer. The information that is going to be shared on the show today is taken from the Turks and Caicos Real Estate Association database. Yes, I am a member of the TCREA, and I do have access to this database. There may be or may have been private sales that were completed that may not be reflected in this information. So these numbers are factual based on information that I have at hand and for the period of July to September 2021. If you are interested in receiving a copy of this report, you can send me an inbox message and I can provide it to you. Also, I can add you to my newsletter, and when the report is released on a quarterly basis, you can be included in those reports that you may receive it. All right, so today's show may not be that long, but I invite you once again, before I share my screen, please call or tag someone in the feed so that they would be able to hear what we are talking about today. And like I said, we are going to be discussing the most recent market report for the quarter. Okay? So I'm going to share my screen and show you a few charts. As I speak about what the numbers are showing for the third quarter of 2021, I'm also going to compare the third quarter of 2021 and the third quarter of 2020 so that you can see where we were in 2020 and now where we're at in 2021. So permit me to just share my screen. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see my screen clearly. This is the market report for TCI Real Estate. And of course, like I said before, this information was compiled from sales data through our TCREA database. The charts will also, what I'm going to be discussing, the charts will be showing single family homes, vacant land, and condos and townhomes. And the reason I selected these three sets of properties is because these are the most, these properties are mostly purchased and mostly people can recognize and identify while buying real estate or selling real estate with this group of properties. All right, so let's get right into it. Please, for any reason, I'm going to try to speak as slow as possible. I know that's sometimes difficult for me because I'm a fast talker. If not, I'll try to repeat myself just in case I'm going too fast with the information. But I'm sure that you will find this very helpful today, just trying to break this down so you can understand what's happening within the market. So the first chart we're looking at here shows single family homes for the third quarter of 2021. And this chart, I've broken it down into price range to be able to show the amount of properties that are sold as per the price. So for this third quarter, the chart is showing that properties at $1 million, just where my mouse is, hopefully you can see this, and over show the highest sales volume, whereas properties in the range of 0 to 299,000 had the lowest sales. So 1 million plus, highest sales, 0 to 299, lowest sales. From this chart, I can express that there is still very low inventory that is available in the lower price points for sale. Hence, a low sales volume for 0 to 299,000, which means there is still a need for more affordable homes throughout the island. I'm looking forward to see the new initiatives that will be put forward by the Housing Department of the Ministry of Infrastructure that will be able to address such issues as these. All right. So for the third quarter, 2021, majority of sales were $1 million plus, and the least amount of sales came in at 0 to 299. And I always like to point out these price points just because I know where there's a high demand and people are looking. So I just wanted to point that out. Of course, you can see that 300 to 599K, there was like 13.7%, and 600 to 999K, 32.4% in sales. But the highest came from 1 million plus in sales, and the lowest 0 to 299. And I believe it's because of no inventory and that price point. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is compare the sales now of 2020 to 2021. So 20 to 21, you will find that in terms of single family homes, you can see that properties at a price of $1 million plus had the highest volume, while properties at 0 to 299 still had the lowest sale percentage. So in 2020, this here in green is 1 million plus. 2021, this here in this shade of green is 1 million plus. So it is showing a similar trend where it has the highest. And also right here in 2021, where we have 2.9% for homes 0 to 299,000. Also, it shows the lowest here in 2020 with 0 to 299, where it has 14% of homes in 2020. Okay. So you would also know that the sale percentage, like I said, decreased from 14% to 2.9% in the lower range of 0 to 299. The inventories of home in this range is therefore difficult to find. If you are pre-qualified to the bank for a property in that price range, don't think that your agent has forgotten about you. It's just that it's difficult finding anything really to fit within the budget at this time, at this price point. Okay, so I would like to say that, just let me go back to this chart here, and I just want to point out, I should have said that where it says 1 million 51%, and 0 to 299 at 2.9%. I just wanted to be able to put it also in perspective with numbers so you can identify with it a little better. So to put this percentage into perspective, there were approximately, say, 15 homes that above 1 million plus that sold in the third quarter, while there were only one home that sold for 0 to 299 price point. I think that brings it closer to home. So it's like one house sold 0 to 299, 15 homes sold, so that you could see what big of a difference it did make. So there are a total of 29 single-family homes that were sold altogether in the third quarter. And I'm pointing this out also because I'm going to compare this number later on with the number of land parcels that have sold. Okay? So bear with me. We're going to get to the nitty-gritty, and I think it's going to all come really good together and help you to understand it better. And hopefully these charts can help bring it clearer and closer to you to understand exactly what is happening. All right. So this chart here is also still showing the single family homes, but what I did in this chart is to be able to show you in terms of what the average, median, and total sale prices would include for 2020 and 2021. So this side is 2020, this side is 2021. So overall, the average house price went up from $2,032,666.97 we have here. And if you look for this chart on this side here of the chart, in 2021, it went up to $2,635,567. Okay? Also, the median price went from 1.1 million went up to $1.565,000. And then the significant increase, so in 2020, total sales volume in dollars was at $18,754,250. And so we're going to compare this to 2021, which was a whopping $79,067,000. So from this chart, it's a clear indication of the significant increase in sales volumes from the third quarter of 2020 to now the third quarter of 2021. It's always good to have the charts because having a visual conception of it is, you're able to see, wow, what a big difference in numbers that the time has made. Okay? So this is for single family homes. Now we're going to go down to vacant land. So the vacant land chart shows that the majority of the land that were sold were in the price range of 0 to 299K. So this is showing like a 52% sales compared to the rest, right? And the second highest was then at 1 million plus at 24%. Okay? You will realize this is the complete opposite compared to when we did the single family homes. It was showing that 1 million plus had the majority and 0 to 299 had the least amount of sales. So my understanding for the land parcels at 0 to 299 having a greater sales volume, one reason is due to the lack of single family homes being available in this price point. So persons are buying land which is more affordable so that they can get into the market. Persons are using this land to build their dwelling homes and of course for other developments. Of course, land is always increasing in price, which we will see in a few minutes. And on another chart, when I did a remarkable report last time, I showed a chart with that. Okay? So when comparing, like I said, the chart of single family homes, they were showing that the majority sales were in the 1 million range, but now with this vacant land, it's showing majority sales are 0 to 299K, and the second highest is at 1 million plus. You can't blame people. If you can't find a single family home in that price point, then go to the next best option, which is of course vacant land, and then you can develop that land to build your dwelling home or do your construction project that you are looking to do. Okay? Sorry. So just to compare the vacant land from 2020 to 2021. So again, similar trend, 20 to 2021. So when comparing the land parcels for 2020 to 2021, the trend was similar. Vacant land in the price point of 0 to 299K. So 299K, this is what this bigger portion is showing, 299K, had the highest sales volume. And obviously it took the lion's share of the sales. So in 2020, it had the higher sales volume. And here in 2021, this also is showing 0 to 299K. So it was similar last year and this year where it had the majority sales. Land between 0 to 299, I would say the medium sale price was around 110,000, while sales of 1 million plus, the median sale price was 1.995 thousand. So there were a total of 59 lots that were sold in the third quarter. Okay? So if you compare the single family homes, like I had said before, which they had 29 sales, I had mentioned that earlier. Vacant land, this time, just let me take it back here in this third quarter, had 59 sales. You would see that land sales double that of homes. All right? So the land sales double that of the amount of properties that were sold, vacant land. So vacant land has done very good in terms of unit number and volume. Okay? So land sales also saw an increase. Just want to pull this down just to show you, comparing the vacant land for 2020 and vacant land 2021. We're going to compare again, where you have the average sale price, the median sale price, and the total sales for 2020, and the same goes for 2021. So the previous average price was at, in 2020, 247,300. So I'm just trying to read this quick on the screen. $274,314.81. That was in 2020, compared to $695,610 in 2021. So of course, the average price increased in 21. The same applied to the median price. In 2020 was 85,000, increased in 2021 to 260,000. And of course, total sales price in 2020 was $7,406,500, and compared to 2021, we were already at $41 million. That is a considerable, significant increase, right? So last time the luxury beachfront land had a nice upswing from one sale in the last quarter to 3,200,000. Actually, they had 8 sales with a median price. The median price alone was 3,200,000. So this chart again shows you an increase again in sales volume for land. So there was an increase in sales volumes for single family homes. Now the same trend is showing an increase in sales volume for vacant land, comparing the third quarter of 2020 and the third quarter of 2021. Okay? A very important point to notice here in 2020 at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic is that the government had 2 stamp duty initiatives. These initiatives were implemented, no doubt, to stimulate the economy when there were so much uncertainty worldwide about how COVID-19 would change, of course, a person's livelihood. One of the things that this stamp duty reduction and stamp duty waiver did was to increase the sales volume in 2020. So when I did this stats the last time, of course, 2020 was showing such a good improvement. But now we're in 2021, and you can see that it was an even higher significant increase. The purpose of mentioning the stamp duty reduction in 2020, what made things so good, is to show that even without the stamp duty waiver or reduction in 2021, the market performed even better than 2020. I'm not saying that to say we need a initiative now, a waiver, reduction now. I'm just showing you how well the market did without it. So for me, this is an indication of investors' confidence, and also show that the TCI is an attractive investment destination. People are drawn to the Turks and Caicos, and they are investing in properties despite not having an incentive at this time. Okay? Now, the last chart I would like to show you is the townhomes and condos. So just doing one chart just to show you the comparison between 2020 and 2021. Without even saying anything, you can look at the chart and see it's the same trend. Increase, increase, increase from 2020 to 2021. So basically, to break it down, in 2020, average sales price was around 469. I'm just generally using a general number, 469,000. And then in 2021 over here, it increased to $775,000, right? In 2020, your median price was $350,000. In 2021, your median price increased to $592,000. And of course, your overall sales price for townhomes and condos was at $1.3 million. And for 2021, your sale price for condos is at $23 million. At $23 million. Okay, that again is yet another significant increase. So far, you've seen consistency increase, but not just increase, but significant increase when you compare the third quarter of 2020 to the third quarter of 2021. What I would like to say about the townhomes and condo market, I know that in 2020, it was a bit flat. Persons were hesitant in, purchasing in clustered environments, and they were more focused on purchasing the standalone villas, right? And that was because of COVID-19. Today, there are many more safety precautions in place by resorts, as well as people realize that COVID is not going anywhere for now, and we have to live and cope with it. People are beginning to look more into condos at this time, right? So I know in 2020, the condo market did take a big hit, but now in 2021, you could see that that market have been revived, and persons are now buying, investing in condos in 2021. Okay, so those are the three sets of classifications of real estate that I wanted to show you. And I just want to go over the chart. I'm not explaining it, but just to show you for record's sake. Again, just to show you the consistency. So just right at the top here, where you have the single family homes, you can see the total sales volume increased from 2020 to 2021 from 18 million to 79 million. I know when I was doing these stats, I had to have somebody double check it for me, because I was like, what? I knew there was an increase, but now doing the stats, you realize how much of a significant increase it is. So that's single family homes here, where there's an increase. Also, you have the land stats here from 7 million to 41 million, another significant increase in sales. And then again, with the condos and townhomes from 1.3 million to 23 million, and yet another significant increase. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen just for a minute. Right? Yeah. So basically what I would like to say about all of this, after going over this market report, is that real estate worldwide has seen an uptick in the market. Persons are beginning to work and to do business remotely, and realize that they do not have to be in office spaces, right? It is currently a seller's market and inventory is low. So for anyone who is thinking about getting into real estate, if you can afford to do so now, it is a good time, right? Sorry. It is a good time. Sorry, my phone was just buzzing. It is a good time to jump in before prices get any higher. All right? Use this market report as like a stepping stone to give you an idea of what's happening out there, so you will know exactly when it's a good time to move. Don't sit back, don't relax, because the market is moving ahead without you. So it's a good time to tap into investing in real estate at this time. I would also say, if there are any statistics that you would be interested in knowing about, please let me know so that I may be able to share it with you in my next market report when I present that one for the fourth quarter. All right. So like I said before I started, today was going to be a short show. It's just about giving you the stats so you have it there for your review. Take some time to dig into it even deeper. If you're interested in receiving a copy of it, feel free to send me an inbox message, or as usual, my email is v.delancey@kw.tc. It's always a pleasure to be in your homes. It's always a pleasure to be on Let's Talk TCI Real Estate and talk real estate with you. Send me an email, inbox me for any questions. Thank you for listening. Please share the page. Stay connected with Let's Talk TCI Real Estate. And until next time, stay safe and remain blessed. Have a good afternoon. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this show belong solely to Let's Talk TCI Real Estate and not that of Keller Williams TCI or any of its affiliates. Any action you take upon the information provided on this show is strictly at your own risk, and Let's Talk TCI Real Estate guest or host will not be liable for any losses and damages in connection with the use of the material. I am not an investment advisor, broker, or dealer.